Hello friends, my name is Sia Adam. I am studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya NMU Jalgaon and I am here to tell you how plastic is harmful to our environment and the life on the earth. Hello everyone and welcome to this presentation on understand how plastic pollution is threatening life in oceans, other water bodies and on land. Please look at these images. There were a total of around 395 species that had eaten plastic beads or been tangled in plastic rope or knitting. Around 80% of the time, these encounters injured or killed the animal. The word plastic comes from the Greek word plastikos, which means able to shape or molded. Shaping plastic by using heat is a basic part of its manufacturing process. Plastic is everywhere. The introduction of plastic has given us many products and innovation. It made our life so much easier because of advantages like easy to use, strength, durability, non-reactive and lightweight. But we all know by now that plastic isn't that all great. These graphs show the use of plastic in the world and how it is increased a lot. For example, in the US, the per capita use in 1980 was below 50 kg. In 2015, it reached around 135 kg per capita. We use plastic items like straw and carry bags for a few minutes hardly. Every year, a world uses a 500 million plastic bags. What we do after using a plastic article? After we realize that they are no longer of any use to us, we throw them away, right? This is data of 2010. Global plastic production was 270 million metric tons. Total plastic waste was 275 million metric tons. Coastal plastic waste was 99.5 million metric tons. Out of that, 8 million metric tons of plastic waste goes into the ocean out of 31.5 million metric tons mismanaged coastal plastic waste. This is equivalent to a full garbage truck every minute. In the last decade, we produced more plastic than in the whole last century. 50% of the plastic we use is single-use or disposable. We buy 1 million plastic bottles every minute. Plastic makes 10% of all the waste we generate. What is the journey of plastic once it enters the garbage bed? Plastic does not biodegrade. It does not degrade into organic material naturally. Instead, it remains on Earth for many years. This bar chart shows average estimated decomposition times of marine debris items. Plastic items are shown in blue. Most of the household plastic material remain on the earth for more than 400 years. A 2009 FAO means Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations report estimated that there are 640,000 tons of waste fishing nets on the ocean floor throughout the world. Plastic waste kill up to 1 million seabirds, 1 lakh sea mammals, marine turtles and countless fish each year. But have you ever wondered what happens after that? Though plastic is recyclable, that does not solve its problem. The process of recycling is pretty complicated. Even when plastic is recycled, its quantity degrades every each time. It can be only be recycled 2 to 3 times before it reaches a point where it can no longer be used and it is thrown away. There are several different varieties of plastics and they all have different processes for recycle. Many products have a combination of plastic and other material in them that make it very difficult for recycling. Also, plastic that is contaminated with food or other particles cannot be recycled. Due to these complications, only a very small percentage is recycled in the world. Animals often come in the contact with plastic. They ingest or get caught in them and cause them to suffer and die. Several innocent animals are being killed like this every day. The rate with which the plastic waste is increasing in the ocean, it will soon match the weight of fishes in it. Not only plastic affects plant and animal, it is affect us too. Though plastic does not biodegrade, it degrades into smaller and smaller pieces of plastic to form microplastics. These microplastics are found in air and water, and they also easily enters the food chain. A recent study by WWF, means World Wide Fund for Nature, showed that an average person might be consuming around 5 grams of plastic per week, which is equal to eating a credit card every. Plastic cannot be burned away because it releases harmful and toxic gases that cause severe problems to the environment and to human health. Plastic is a problem even before it is used. It is derived from fossil fuels, a non-renewable resource, and the process itself is not sustainable. The extracting and processing of fossil fuel from the earth cause air and water pollution. It is a major contributor to climate change. Many cities around the world have already banned plastic, and many organizations are working to create alternatives. It is time to move away from the toxic material and create a better environment. So I request you all to reduce your personal consumption of single-use or disposable plastics. Buy homemade food and do not wrap it in plastic. Minimize consumption of packaged foods. Dispose of food wrapping in right bin. Carry your own ceramic and metal reusable cutlery. Wash after use and store in your own bag or desk. Ask your school to install chalkboards instead of whiteboards. Refuse plastic bags from shops. Always carry a shopping bag with you, which can be used for various purposes. Carry your own refillable water bottle while traveling. In hotels and restaurants which have a water purifying system in place, ask for regular water and not bottled water. Used organic disposable cotton pads or cotton layered knitted pads. Store decoration after used for your next party. Avoid using disposable plastics. Use reusable, recyclable or natural material. When disposable plates are necessary, use bowls and plates made from the leaves and sheets of trees. In conclusion, avoid plastic in everyday item. Reuse plastic products to increase their lifespan. Use newspaper, old magazine, old calendars to cover books or wrapping gifts. Repair toys and increase their lifespan instead of buying a new product. If buying food from outside, take your own containers along instead of asking the restaurant to pack it in plastic or foil containers. Avoid using disposable razors. Throw wet waste, recyclable and hazardous in separate bins designated for each category of waste. Separate plastic from the wet waste before disposing of wet waste. Do not carelessly throw them in together. So, reuse plastic, reduce use of plastic, and avoid use of plastic. Our beautiful planet is shared by many other living organisms. Keeping the environment clean for ourselves as well as for other organisms is one of our most important responsibilities. Thank you.